Welcome to the Teenpreneur Show. I'm your host, Diya Kohli, and I'm a teenpreneur, bringing you global entrepreneurs who are teenagers. They've started out really young and are an inspiration to all. They prove to be the perfect example of how teenagers can rise high. So tune into this show every week to know more about these young game changers and be inspired by these teens. Watch The Young Dream Big. Now on with the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Teenpreneur Show. I'm your host, Diya Kohli. I'm also a teenpreneur. I'm the founder of Redone It by Diya, which is a company that recycles waste denim into fashionable handbags. If you want to know more about Redone It, follow Redone It by Diya on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, we are opening a collection drive, so if you have any waste denim, please let us know and contact us on any of our social media handles to learn about more how you can help us. So let's get on with the show, and I'm going to introduce you to Sofia Stenson. She is a teenpreneur baker. Her company is called The Art of Baking. She's only 14 years old, and she lives in Texas, USA. Let's bring her on. Hi, Sophia.
Hi,
How are you?
nice to meet you. Good, how are you?
It's so nice. I'm great. How are you?
Good.
So, Sophia, you own a company called The Art of Baking. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so my company just sells cakes. I'm the baker, I'm the decorator, and I get some help from my parents and my brothers to do the groceries since I can't drive yet. But it's a really cool experience, and I'm so grateful to be able to do it.
It's great that you have your family involved in helping you. Like, it's really hard to hold a business up, and that's nice that you have, like, supporters. So, what types of pastries do you bake and cakes do you bake?
Yeah, I do a different variety, but I do a lot of cakes, cupcakes, sugar cookies. I do vegan cakes, keto cakes, and there's a lot of different variety in that. But what I've always wanted to do is learn how to do French like pastries and French desserts. So hopefully I can learn that one day.
That's so cool. So, how did you learn how to do all of these, like, different types of bakings? Because all of these are very complicated.
Yeah, I think it just took a lot of practice and like watching YouTube. And my aunt is actually a professional chef, so she helped me a lot to guide me along and learn the basics and just grow a lot.
So you basically self-learn how to bake? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Off of
anyone,
YouTube?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
YouTube is super helpful.
So does anyone help you in baking? Or
Yeah,
do you do it
well,
by
in
yourself?
the in the baking and like decorating part, I do it by myself. But like I said, my since I can't drive yet, my parents and my brothers help me a lot with delivering the cakes and buying the groceries and all of that stuff.
That's cool. What made you decide to create a business out of your baking skills?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I don't think I ever really realized that this could become a business, but I remember just baking a lot. I think it was for my dad's birthday. And my little brother asked me, would you ever want to sell your cakes and turn into a business? And I guess from that day, I just kind of thought about it a lot. And I realized that, yeah, I really could sell my cakes and turn this into a business.
And when was that? When did you start this business?
Actually, it was 1 year ago. So I started
Oh, wow.
along the summer of last year.
That's great. And you've been working on it and improving your skills all this time for like a whole year now. That's great. And
Yeah.
you've grown such a following on Instagram also. This is like you're spreading the word about what you're doing, right?
Yeah, it's
Amazing.
really cool because I remember I used to have to like tell my mom used to tell people, "Oh, my daughter has a business and you can buy cakes from her." But now I feel like it's so cool because people trust me and they just trust me that I can make the cake for them, and they go to me, and I don't really have to like worry about that and ask them. So it's really cool.
And where do you bake for, like, what type of orders do you get? Like, what have you baked for?
Yeah.
What type of event?
I've actually done a wedding cake before, which was a really cool experience, and I've done a lot of birthday cakes and things like that.
Wow, you've done a wedding cake before? That's like
Yeah, it was.
amazing. How hard was it
Thank
for
you so
you?
much. It was actually a really interesting story because we actually had to drive all the way to Oklahoma, and we
Wow.
drove there, and they had like a wedding reception and a kitchen. So I got to make the cake on the spot, and it was my first time making a two-tiered cake and a wedding cake. So it was a lot of stress, but it was also really exciting.
Oh my gosh, that must have been such a challenge for you. That's amazing that
Yeah,
you had that opportunity to do that. That's great. And it's such a
yeah,
beautiful cake, as you can see below. So are
thanks.
those real leaves on them, or are they edible, like good to eat?
Yeah, those are actually real leaves, but and usually on other cakes, I always try to buy like fresh flowers from the grocery store and like fresh macarons and things like that to make it more like appealing and appetizing.
Oh, it looks amazing. So you did a great
Thank you so
job.
much. Thank you.
Um, so do you want to pursue baking as a career? Because you've been doing it for a while. Is that what you plan to do ahead in college, in the future?
Yeah, I think I don't know about baking like as a career, but I know I love it, and I feel like I would love to have like a little baking business whenever I get older. But I think what I want to pursue is either something in the medical field, like dermatology, or being a nutritionist or a pediatrician. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that's great. And have a little side business of baking with
Hmm.
it.
That would be really
So,
cool.
do you get many orders in a week?
Yeah, I think the average amount of cakes that I get is around like 5 cakes a week, and they depend on like being cakes or sugar cookies or cupcakes or things like that. But I think it's been a really cool experience just to learn how to balance like school and baking and like organize myself better. And I've learned like so many skills that I'm just so grateful for through having this business.
Yeah, you do school and you're baking. It must be very busy for you. How do you organize
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah, I
and
think I've
plan
learned so
everything?
much. Yeah, I've learned so much about organization. And I think what works best for me is just writing everything in my planner, like right when I get an order, and putting an alarm on my phone and things like that just to prepare. And usually I make a grocery list for like all the cakes I have to do the week before I have to make them, just so I'm completely prepared and not so stressed out.
Yeah, it's very helpful to have a planner always.
Yeah.
So, um, where do you deliver your cakes to? And like, how far do you deliver?
Yeah, right now I'm only doing the DFW area, which is like Farmers Branch, Grapevine, Irving, all those places. But I think it would be really cool, like you said, to actually ship my cakes or like cookies and things like that to places not only in Texas. I think that would be a really cool idea, and I would love to look more into that.
Yeah, I would love to have some here in Florida. So I'd love for you to expand yourself too. That'd be great. So I can try your desserts. How does one place an order on and like getting your pastries and cakes?
Yeah, well, I think the best way is either through Instagram, just to DM me and like let me know what type of cake you would be wanting and the decoration and all of that. But the other cool thing is that my parents actually made an app for me. So you can also order the cakes through there. You can download the app, and there's like a whole list of all the different cakes that I have. And it's super easy, and that's like probably the best way to make them.
So you have an app for your company.
Yeah,
So
my parents made it.
That's great. So you can just go on there and place an order and you'll get it right away and you'll make the order. That's so cool. And you
It
said your
is really
parents made it?
Yeah, they've been working on it for about like 2 years now, but it's a really cool app because people that cook from home can just kind of put themselves out there through the app, and they can get tons of orders, and it's super safe. You don't really have to put any of your personal information out there, and I think it's just super cool.
That's so cool. Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll be taking a quick commercial break right now, and when we get back, we'll be asking Sophia some more questions.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Teenpreneur Show with global inspirational teens. Be sure to follow us at teenpreneur.show on Instagram. Now back on with the show.
Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you didn't miss us too much. But we're going to get straight back into asking Sophia some more questions about her business, The Art of Baking. Hi, Sophia. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you.
So, tell me, how long have you been baking for?
I think I've been baking for around like 8 years now. I started when I was really young, and I think that's why I've just been able to grow so much.
So you've been baking for a really long time now, and you have learned so many more skills too, right? When did you start your business? At like what age?
I started when I was 12 years old, and I'm 14 now, but it's been about a year since I started.
Oh, wow. So you've been a teenpreneur for a very long time now. Can you tell me what you love about being a teenpreneur?
Yeah, I think there's just so many things to love about it, but I think the top two things are that I can do something that I love and still be able to save money for college and things like that. And I also really love just how much I've been able to learn with all the opportunities I've been given. I think that's something I'll never be able to forget, and I'll just be always grateful for it.
And the skills that we learn about and learn from being a teenpreneur can always help us in the future, which is what I love too about it.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
so what has been your most challenging baking experience?
I think along with like there's just so many things that are challenging, but I think also the wedding cake because like although it was so exciting and so fun, it was also really challenging and it did give me like a lot of pressure because it's a wedding cake, so I want it to be really perfect and we had to drive to Oklahoma, so it was a lot of time to be spent in, and I had never done it before, so it was definitely very challenging, but it was so worth it because I got a call from the people, the bride and the groom, and they said that they loved it and that they've ordered from me like 5 more times now, so I'm just really thankful for that experience too.
Well, that's great that they were like coming back customers and they loved it so much that they asked you for a wedding cake. And it's the
Hmm.
first time that you made a two-tier wedding cake too, so that's really cool. It must have been like really scary to do that. I would have been so
Yeah,
scared.
it was very scary. I remember I was like shaking and so scared the whole time.
hmm And you get all different types of orders and different variety of orders. What different types of stuff that you've made that you've never made before, but have made because of the business?
Yeah, I think definitely the wedding cake is something that I would have never made, probably prior to having the business. And I've also made a lot of bundt cakes, like you saw in the picture. And because of the business, I've been able to donate like 50 cakes to people, the homeless, and things like that. So I think that's also a big opportunity that I've been given with the business.
So you donate too. You bake for charity purposes. Can you tell me more about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. So
So,
along with, go ahead.
oh, sorry, no, you can go.
Yeah, along with the app that my parents have, they also have like a donation piece to it. So whenever we make dinners for Christmas or Thanksgiving or things like that, the charities ask me to make some desserts for them. So that time I made around 50 bundt cakes and we cut them into pieces and we like put a ribbon on it and that was their like Christmas dinner with so that was really cool.
50 bun cakes. That's so amazing. How much time did
Yeah.
that take to make all of those?
Yeah, I think it took about like a whole day and I was just up till really late making them and everything.
You spent a whole day making 50 bun cakes for charity. That's
Yeah,
amazing. I
thank you.
I don't know how long it would take me. I could never do it in one day.
Yeah.
And you decorated them all by yourself too?
Yeah. I think the hardest part was also like my I don't have a commercial kitchen, so it's just my kitchen and I only have about like 4 spaces in the oven. So I had to do like 4 at a time and I only have like a small mixer, so it took like forever to make the frosting and all of that. But it was really cool because I was able to do it by myself and just learn a lot.
Mhm. Like you had to do everything step by step because you
Hmm.
couldn't do it all at once. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And it's great that you were giving back too, like towards
Yeah,
charity.
definitely.
That's amazing. Um, what have you learned from your experience with baking since so long?
I think if I remember, like the first cake that I made that was really complex was for my dad's birthday, and I just remember like being so proud of it. But I've just been able to see like so much growth throughout the years and just so much practice that I put into it, and it has really paid off. And I've just learned so much like dedication and hard work and like just to believe in myself sometimes, even when like it looks so hard or something, or I feel stressed and things like that. I've just learned a lot, and I'm so thankful for that.
That's great. It's like a great learning experience too, with having a business with it. And you're not only learning about how to bake better, you can learn about how to run a business and all the things you need and budget-wise, everything. Yeah.
Definitely. It's a really good learning experience.
Who do you look up to and who motivates your work?
I think my parents really motivate me because they've always just been so supportive, and they've always just made me want to be better and do better and be a better person and all that. But I think also my aunt, because like I said, she's a professional chef, and she's just helped me so much, and she's like so talented. So I think I look up to her a lot too.
And did she help you on your path in becoming like a better baker?
Yeah,
Did she like teach
definitely.
you anything?
Yeah, I remember I used to like call her like late at night and like ask her what's the best way to make a cake not stick, or like how to make a sponge or things like that. And I just remember she was always there for me and helped me like whenever I had any questions. So I really appreciate that.
That's great. And so you sell through your app, right? Your pastries. So you're hoping to expand eventually to different areas?
Yeah, that would be very cool if I could expand more and like ship to other places. But right now I'm only doing like the DFW area, and you can buy the cakes, like I said, through Eats app, or you can just email me through my email or DM me on Instagram.
And what are your other future goals that you have for yourself, for this business, and to expand more? What other goals do you have?
I think I just really want to learn a lot more about like budgeting and finances. I think that's really important because that's always been something I've struggled with, but I really want to learn more about that. And I also always wanted to do like a 3-tier cake, and I've always wanted to learn how to do like French baking, like I said, because it's like so much more complicated, and I would just love to learn that. I think that would be so cool.
That's great. Like self goals too, about learning how to bake different types of foods. Like French pastries are so complicated.
Yeah,
So
and they're so
I
good.
understand. And also learning to budgeting for everything is very important for a business. So I do understand that too. It's really difficult to understand, but it's very important. It's like a key part of a business.
It's essential.
So, Sophia, you want to share your social media handles so if anyone wants to contact you?
Yeah, my Instagram handle is theartofbaking12. My email is Sofia Stenson 2021 at gmail.com, and then you can also download the Eats app, EETZ, and order my cakes through there.
Thank you, Sophia, for coming on our show. You're an amazing entrepreneur, and I'm so glad to be talking to you here.
Thank you so much. You're amazing too.
Thank you. So make sure to follow teenpreneur.show on Instagram to learn more information about what we do on the show. Also, we just launched our new website called teenpreneurshow.com, and there you can watch past videos that we've had interviewed with other teenpreneurs, and also updates about future teenpreneurs who will be on our show in upcoming weeks. Thank you for watching the Teenpreneur Show. I'm your host, Diya Kohli. See you next week.
Thank you for watching the Teenpreneur Show with Diya Kohli. Follow us for more information at teenpreneur.show on Instagram. To be a part of the show, fill out the form in the Instagram bio. See you next week.